Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. That is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, you know that I usually use my Radley Valentine decks. I will be using one this time. This is my Angel Tarot cards. It'll give us our main message. I'm going to pull one card from my Waite Rider traditional tarot deck. I'll also be pulling again my crystal energies from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself up to higher power. Whatever needs to come through, comes through. Also, too, remember a couple of things. If a card comes up reversed, it's a little extra energy. So, just know that it has a little more meaning to it. Also, too, when I speak about higher power, that is your guardian angel, your spirit guide, your voice of the universe, whoever that is for you. Okay? That is for you. Now, I am going to use my Osha Zen Tarot cards just to give us a little bit of an overview. We are in Mercury Retrograde. It will be retrograde until the 18th, I believe. And then the post-shadow will continue. I think it's until the 30th or the 31st of October. All of this, there's a lot of Libra energy going on. We want to watch the 2nd because something's going on. You know that Venus is in Scorpio, but there's something where Venus and Scorpio and Pluto. So there's some interesting energies there. Scorpio, very intense. Venus, goddess of love, relationships. Pluto has a very extra energy there. So, there could be some, I don't know, there could be something that just kind of, secrets come out, things explode, things type of energy with the relationships. So just be leery, be wary of the 2nd and relationships. Okay? So let's go on, and we're just going to pull 3 cards, and generally I use these cards as advice cards. So, when I do my long readings, I'll say, Osha Zen, what advice can you give us? So let's see what we have here. We're going to adjust the camera just a touch. There we go. So we can actually see what we have here. Well, I never know if these are reversed. I can tell you that they're all the same way. So let's see what we have here. First card. Okay, these are all reversed. Now, here we have 10. This is all about rebirth. This is all about new beginnings, new starts. But again, this is something that is, it's a spiritual rebirth. A lot of this time right now has a lot of spiritual energy going on. So however you manage that. But, there's the beast, there's the lion. The lion is a little bit on the, on the wild side. But then there is, I don't know, is this Pan? Is this, there's a being that's using its flute. And remember, music soothes the savage beast. But this is all about rebirth. Now the numbers, and remember, numbers have a lot of meaning to it also. So I tell you to basically copy down the numbers, especially for your sign, put them in your search browser, throw angel numbers behind. And some people like to look at the numbers in gematria also, and then see what the message is. Sometimes the numbers can be reversed. So here we have a 10, transition, new beginnings, new start, moving on. But again, this rebirth has, there's the energies. The energies are quite big. The energies are quite colorful. And yet at the same time, the spirit is being brought to another. So is this a separation? I don't know. I feel a lot of calmness and peace from the piper. And yet at the same time, the lion looks like he wants to start roaring. But then they're coming from, I don't know, these camels. And there is the gray. So something's happening. There is a lot of energy pulling us up. I do want us to be very careful, especially going into, as we move further and further towards that thinning of that veil between the light and the dark, because I know we had the fall equinox, and that's about balance between light and dark, but I do feel that we are Again, you are part of the light. We need to keep our thoughts, words very positive, because that other darkness type of energy wants to try to consume. All right, let's go on here. Okay, that again is reversed. Here we have morality. Morality, this kind of reminds me, if we were going to be using, if this was going to be the our weight rider, then this would be, to me, the Hierophant. This would be the one that's kind of being very rigid and locked in, not wanting to, actually not wanting you to have the rebirth. So there, again, I kind of feel that there's going to be a conflict, and maybe more so on that second. At the second, between a lot of the people, we're in major ascension types of energy. We keep moving forward and forward, and yet at the same time we feel the struggle. We feel the struggle. We feel like, something wants to keep pulling us back. And that's where morality comes in. And I'm not saying, yes, we want to do what is right, but this morality is very strict. It's very locked in. It's very rule oriented. It's more about the rules than doing what is right. Okay? So let's see what this one, and this one then will be reversed, so we will flip it. We are the world. We are the world. So a lot of that has to do with the Wheel of Fortune. We are in this together. We have a 10. So we have a 1010, or you can look at it as a 0101. Sometimes the zeros drop off and it's a 11. But we are the world. We are in this together. I do feel like there's going to be a conflict between the souls, the spirits that are that are going more into the ascensions, that are, I don't know if you've been hearing about like the third, fourth, fifth dimension type of energies here. And many of you, because I can't, you talk to me and tell me this, many of you have been feeling these changes and these, you've been feeling and seeing it within yourself. So again, there is, again, against the people, the energies that are very locked into whatever and it doesn't have to be, we're not talking necessarily about government rules. We're talking about what they believe to be. It's like my way or the highway. But again, there is the reminder, we are the world. We are in this together. However, this is also the Wheel of Fortune. Things have to move forward. Things have to change. And we will be doing this all together. Mercury retrograde, as I've told you many times before, I do believe has a lot of karmic, I don't want to say balance, because when we're totally balanced, then everything's negated. Everything is, it's like, why are we going, why do anything? But it is karmic rewards, sometimes karmic punishments also. But I do feel like the universe wants to give blessings. So it kind of depends on where we're at and what we want to, how we want to receive. So let's get started with our readings. Hello, my Sagittariuses. How are you? Well, let's see what we've got going on, because this weekend's been very interesting. We've had some highs, some lows. Let's see what we have now for my fire signs, especially my Sagittariuses. Let's shuffle one more time. Okay. Let's see what we've got going. And three cards face down. All of them are reversed. So first card is the Awakening, looking at things differently. So here we have a 12. 12, so we have the 1 is new beginnings, or a 10 transition. 2 has some crossroads. So you have to, there's like openings and opportunities coming, but you might not be looking at them the way you need to look at them. You might see them more as a burden than actually as something that's opening up for you. I think that this weekend is a time that's going to actually have your talents showcased. Okay, it's, again, my Sagittariuses, you do tend to hop into the fires and sort things out for a lot of people. But I feel like this is going to be a weekend where you need to not necessarily look at it as as burdensome, but look at it as an opportunity to showcase your talents. Now, this is also Archangel Gabriel, the divine messenger, so you could be hearing news about this also. Look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Your next card here, reversed again, the Knight of Water. So Knight's underlying energy is your energy, fire energy, but this is water. So this is Scorpio, Pisces. It's also Cancer, fluid and emotional. So again, what might have been a burden, this is lovely. Like, oh, this worked out even better than I thought it was. This is relationship type of energy. And again, yes, it could be your work, your job, your career, personal, intimate, romantic. It could also be family or home. This has more of a heart song type of energy to it. This is kind of a, oh, wow, so maybe you're invited somewhere that you're just like, I'm just too tired to do this, but I've been complaining that I never go anywhere, so I might as well just go. And then you might meet somebody there. I'm just giving you that as an example. And it might be like, nights are also directional. You. And if this underlying energy is fire, it means I am going after what I want. But it brings about an excitement. It brings about that, again, there's like a heart song with this energy. So here we are. This is emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. Yeah, and I keep getting the word heart song, so I like that. Next card, again reversed. The Two of Earth. Again, remember I said I'm tired, I don't want to go out, I don't want to don't do anything, but at the same time, it's like, well, but then I was just complaining that I never go out, I never do anything, so maybe I better go do this. Now, the Two of Earth. Twos have that, again, that choices. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? Twos also have partnership energy. Earth energy is our Capricorn, our Taurus, it's our Virgo, solid, tangible type of energy. Again, this has kind of a little bit of the tiredness that I was talking about. This has a little bit of, there's too much, I can't handle everything right now. And the thing is, you don't, my Sagittarius is, take care of you a little bit more so, okay? And maybe that's what this is about. Maybe you've been taking care of so many others and taking care of so many other problems. You're not taking care of yourself enough, and that's where the awakening. Look at things a little differently. I'll tell you something, and I saw this in the 90s. There was a sign. I kept passing it for days upon days, and it said, as I was driving to and from my work, and it said, the graveyard is filled with indispensable people. So, I don't know, something about that. I'm not saying that I actually took them up on it, maybe until a couple of years ago, but, none of us are indispensable. Heart song. Something with heart song keeps coming to me. Okay, Two of Earth. Too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. Like I said, I feel like there's some Sagittariuses out there that are saying, and it might be, again, I don't know if I said Scorpio, but Scorpio's coming to mind, and that might be Scorpio with Venus and that Pluto thing on the second. But there might be, again, you might have been saying, I don't get out enough, I don't do this, how can I ever meet somebody? And there might be this opportunity to get out and do something and be, and possibly meet someone. I don't know. But again, the Two of Earth is saying you need to be a little more playful. You need to take care of you. And I also get heart song. So who is that about? Was that in a movie or something? I don't know. But heart song. I like it. Okay, here we go. And I never use these cards together, but they just needed to be. And here we have, that was a reversed also. So we have a 20, which is a 2 and a 0. So you've got a lot of 2 energy here. 1, 2, 2, 2, 0. So that in itself has some interesting stuff. Now, Judgment is that karmic type of energy. It is, kind of the weighing and the balance. It's not balance. It's not that per se, but there is this looking at things and figuring out. But in a lot of the other decks, it's all about new beginnings. It's all about saying, okay, now let's get rid of this so we can go forward. Remember, we are still in that waning moon. Now, I think the new moon is next week or so, but, it's still in the waning moon, and that's when we get rid of things. So Judgment here is, and also too, I'm kind of getting this vibe, like, are you judging yourself too much? Are you putting too much pressure on you? Okay? And when you do that, we never live up to anybody. We can never live up to even our own, our own expectations. So, give yourself some slack. Love yourself a little more, okay? Love yourself. Again, the graveyard's filled with indispensable people. We are not indispensable here. Cut yourself some slack. Get out. Have some fun this weekend. You never know what that's going to bring about, okay? Okay. Anyway, let's see what we have here. And if you look at these, they're not afraid of judgment, but they look kind of like, oh, I just want to live again. Okay, let's go on and see what crystal or energy for my Sagittariuses we have. These were interesting cards. You had some interesting stuff here. Here we go. Fluorite. Here we are. Personal protection, getting organized, aura cloak, cooperation. That might be interesting, the cooperation for those twos that you're having, because twos do have a lot of partnership type of energy. Okay, so my Sagittarius says, have some fun this weekend. I think that that's really what this is all about. Don't think of yourself as being too, yes, you are needed and you do a great job, but time to have some fun. Okay. Now, remember to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell, notifications. You help keep my channel going, and I thank you for that. As always, though, my Sagittariuses, no matter what this world throws at us, always know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.